Maria, how has the international community responded? It seems everyone is on board with this condemnation.
Yes, Anne-Marie, and if you look at it, it's outrage and shock. And just to recap, as you mentioned, this is a commercial plane. It's a Ryanair flight that's going from Athens to Vilnius and gets diverted halfway through that flight with a false security alert to arrest a journalist on the ground in Minsk. Now, this is problematic on many levels for the Europeans. As you know, both Greece and Lithuania are members of the European Union. This is a flight between two member states. This is also European airspace, and clearly it's a military operation to detain a critic of Lukashenko. Now, when you look at the reaction already from the European institutions, the head of the Commission, as you mentioned, said this is outrageous, it's illegal, and there will be consequences for this. The head of the European Council, too, who speaks on behalf of all of the European leaders, said today sanctions will be discussed. And again, this is not going to go without consequences. It's a big test for European foreign policy. It's a big test for European diplomacy, again, taking into account that this is happening in European airspace.
Well, and therein lies the point. If you look at the rhetoric from Ursula von der Leyen, some people are saying this is quite unprecedented. And the question is just how high will they ratchet sanctions and to what scale? So what is available to them that could really deliver a high-impact message?
Well, Manus, look, there's already talk that today more sanctions will be announced. In fact, when you look at the reaction from some of the countries in Europe, in particular the Eastern Europeans, they're already saying there needs to be sanctions on something that accounts to state terror. That is what happened yesterday on that flight. Now, the question is whether or not Lukashenko would be targeted himself. Remember, until now, the EU has tiptoed around that idea, and what kind of measures could be taken against the Belarusian state. Now, also, the other big question is what kind of reaction should we get from Russia? Remember, until now, the major backing from Vladimir Putin has helped Lukashenko stay in power.